Hello and welcome to A Personal Trainer Discusses Physical 100. I have been an ACSM certified personal trainer for 15 years now, and I just like to, in my low budget way, just watch the show, react to the challenges, kind of discuss strategy and how to approach this from kind of an obstacle racing perspective of maximizing efficiency, because all of these people are strong. So it's going to come down to who can use technique to their better advantage to have better leverage, to have better endurance, all that jazz. So we are going to be watching the finale. We're going to find out who wins the Sisyphus Challenge and joins the top 5. And I'm really excited to watch. I haven't seen any of it yet, so we're going to be reacting together today. So there will be spoilers. I want to point out, these guys are doing a really good job at using their butt muscles. Especially him. He's really pushing good with the tush. You push with the tush, there's a reason they rhyme. But this just looks so grueling. Nightmarish. Okay, we gotta watch the guy without the shirt. He's very, once he gets this thing to the top, he's just been very unsteady. Whoa, okay. Like, he is right now out of sodium or glycogen or both. Glycogen is that sugar source that's in your blood. That's a very important source of energy. But sodium is almost a more likely culprit, because look at how heavily he's sweating. He is sweating out all of his salt, and it just makes you feel like you can barely walk. So that's where he's at right now. He is just done. His body is done. And the final entrant into our top 5 is Jung Hae-min, the cyclist. Honestly, looking at those final 2, they're both like ridiculously strong and have amazing endurance, but it makes sense that a professional endurance athlete, like a cyclist, would be able to last longer in that situation, because their bodies are more accustomed perhaps to using more body fat stores as fuel. Certainly they would be more used to the feeling of being just completely depleted of glycogen and sodium, and perhaps he even had better management strategies for that before doing the event or during the event. I wasn't sure. They didn't have much time to drink anything. But if he just like took a sports drink or something and just put a ton of salt into it and was drinking that, that would give him a huge advantage over somebody who did not supplement salt during this event. So, well done. Alright folks, I've got our board with our top 5. We've got Min Cheol, the ice climber / mountain rescuer, Hae-min the cyclist, Jin Young the loser, other Jin Young, snowboarder and crossfitter, and of course Jin Hyung the strongman. I'm going to be keeping tabs on who wins, because Quest 5 is split into 4 games, and it's going to be one person eliminated at each game. The eliminated contestants were discussing how the order of the games is going to be super duper important, and I could not possibly agree more, because if you get knocked out early, the thing you could have won, you won't be in. So you gotta be smart as hell. You're playing not to lose in the first couple of games. You're really just playing not to lose. So maybe don't waste all of your energy if you don't have to. Now, some of these people might have to for strategery reasons, which we'll get into, because game number 1 is a 5-way tug of war. They are attached by a harness basically between the shoulder blades, and they need to pull the lot of the fellas behind them. They're all spread out in this pentagonal shape, but they need to pull until they can get a key that's in front of them to unlock from this harness that they're attached to everybody with. Now, straight away, I know for a fact that you have got to weigh a lot to succeed at this. I mean, the strongman's probably going to be the first one to get to his lock. And after that, it's probably honestly going to come down to like heaviest to lightest. And that is a damn shame. The thing that we can maybe hope for is that some of the heavier guys are pulling so hard at the beginning that they tire themselves out, and that would give a chance for a lighter guy. If I were the lightest guy here, I would just straight up not pull at all until it's down to like 3 people maybe. I would just like walk with the strong man over to his key, because ain't no way you're gonna budge these dudes. So you need to think smart. Think about using your force smart and doing it when they're kind of a little more off guard. Maybe they're a little bit tired. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out, but I would not be surprised if it just came down to the lightest guy gets knocked out, which is a bummer because I think that's probably the ice climber, and I really like him. I had the smallest frame, but still my goal is to... No! Oh, no! Don't try and come in first place! Ooh, no. Don't try and come in first place, man. You're going to die! And the last 2 are the lightest 2, and he's got a key, and he just needs to unlock, but... Oh, he's got his key, he needs to unlock. It's about who can open a padlock? Oh, boy. Okay, this is... Jesus Christ. Okay, we're gonna need to, like, slow-mo the replay on this one. Not a shock. Out in 5th place. Oh well. Alright, so game number 2 is the square flip. There's a whole bunch of square tiles on the floor. It looks like one side is black and one side is white, and they have to flip the squares to their color for 5 minutes. And they're probably gonna end up like fighting over, like, flip this, oh, I'm gonna flip it right back, oh, I'm gonna flip it right back. But at the end of the first round, the 2-man team, because they're teaming up for the first round, who has the most squares advances. And the team who has the least has to go head-to-head in the same challenge. This is actually interesting, because it seems like the team that you're on will give you an advantage or a disadvantage, but not really. Because even if you have a weak partner, you're just going to eliminate them in the next round. So it's, I don't know. It means that you do have to go for longer. But I don't know. For this one, just be fast. Divide and conquer. Like, go to separate parts of the board. Maybe assign your faster person to, like, their faster person. Kind of like in basketball. Like, if you're defending somebody, you're going to put your fast defender on their fast, you know, dribble guy. That's the term, right? Oh, okay, so the guy who won the last game gets to pick his teammate, and that was Heymin, the cyclist, and he picks Wu Jinyang, and then he's like, oh wait, I changed my mind, I'll pick Park Jinyang, and I'm just like, bitch, oh, the mind game. Oh, that was beautiful. Holy crap. Like, the mind effery of that move. I gotta respect the game. That was flawless. That was No, I'll pick again. Oh, shade. This game is so ridiculous, but it would be really, really hard. Like, crouching that long is hard to do. You gotta bend your knees. You gotta keep that butt down. The less you can bend with your back, the better you'll be able to go. I probably wouldn't crawl, just because you're going to be, like, pushing and knocking things around, and then you have to avoid, like, just the tiles themselves. Dude, when they're close to another guy, they're standing on their color board so that they can't get flipped, and it's so completely brilliant. that I cannot believe I didn't think of it earlier. These guys, hats off. That's just brilliant. It's over. The gasping and the wheezing. Relatable content. My god. Poor strongman. He sounds like he's going to die. But I wonder what's gonna happen. Who won? Who won? Come on. Ah. Yeah. The strongman's done. He did unbelievable in this whole competition. But, I mean, that's this kind of challenge. He's a tall, heavy guy. It's much harder for him to bend over and crouch to the floor like this. So, he's just gonna be done. I'm not gonna lie, guys. The strongman has got me emotional here. Because he didn't want his family to see him give up. So he fought hard to the end. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. A gentle giant. And was fierce competition. But alas, our strongman Jin Hyung is out in 4th place. Game number 3 is the triangle shuttle run. So basically, they are in a triangle shape. They have to run from their point to another point, ding a bell, come back, ding their bell, within the time limit. And they just have to keep on going until someone's out. So, again, this is the kind of challenge where you don't have to be the best, but you don't have to be the worst. The dash that they have to do doesn't look like it's going to be tremendously fast. So this is really going to just come down to running stamina, and particularly cardiovascular endurance. So if you have good cardio but maybe aren't famous for running, you still have a good shot at this. It looks like there's about 40 feet in between each point, or about 12 to 13 meters for my metric friends. So it's not a super long distance, and they did not make it clear before the start of this thing, which I have not watched yet, how long they have to run back and forth, and whether that will speed up, because it might speed up. So that would be diabolical, but that would bring a whole new level of discomfort to the game. So I kind of hope that they do speed it up over the duration. But yeah, we're looking at just straight up cardio endurance. No real strategy, just outlast. Okay, it's looking like there are different stages with different time limits. So this will be very interesting. If I were them, I would be taking as much time as I could, because it's easier to recover from a slower jog than a faster sprint. So, we'll see what happens. Not to be objectifying, but these dudes are, like, thick as hell, and I'm kind of into it. I mean, look at the thighs on our cyclist man over there. Jiminy Christmas. Oh, God. Okay, we're having bell problems, people. Bell problems. Red alert. Bell problems. These guys need to be a bit more careful not to muff that bell and just totally whiff it, because you're not going to have time. If you have fewer seconds than this, you're not going to have time to switch directions back to hit the bell. These guys have done 56 reps of in just this stage. This is like nightmare fuel. Holy crap. This is like schoolyard, like high school gym class, like sleep paralysis demon shit. Guys, I want to throw up just looking at this. This is like, yes, this is like vomitorium ancient Greece, like Jesus Christ on the cross suffering shit. Oh, Lord, love a duck. I just did some math. And if I'm correct that this is 40 feet each way and they're traversing this in 8 seconds, that's, you know, it's a good fast jog. It's a sub 9-minute mile that they have had to keep up now for, they're on round 84. 84 times 8 seconds. I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, this is, I mean, it's like they're basically running, you know, a 5K at least. Wow. This is just, the suffering is endless. Oh, there is an end after all. When you're just done. You're just done. Good for him. Yeah. I mean, he looks like he's gonna just dry heave. I would be dry heaving. This is... yeah. And out is one of our Jin Yongs, this one being the loser. You just, I mean, in just that one round, they went for like 12 minutes. And, like, it was just, I don't know how long the previous rounds lasted. I'm guessing that that was the last time drop that they were going to do, so they just kept going with the different reps. But, you know, the cardio, you just have to do such endless cardio that, you know, we have a final 2, though. We've got Jin Yong, snowboarder and CrossFitter, and we've got Hae Min, the cyclist, and we will see what the very last game is. And for the highly anticipated final quest, it is an infinite rope pull, which is a bit of a misnomer because obviously there is an end to the rope. And they will need to get to it. The rope is on a big spool, and they need to pull on their rope until they get to the end of this thing. I don't know how long the rope is. My God, that spool looks huge, though, so I don't know. I don't know how long this is going to take. But, you know, it comes down to pulling. It's going to be just continual hand over hand. Because they're on big spools, you need to get, like, momentum going and be able to continue using it, because you don't want that spool to, like, stop rolling, you know what I mean? Because that would be a disaster, so you'd have to get it going again. So, just basically, just keep on pulling as fast as you comfortably can. I would just get into a rhythm. I wouldn't worry about speed so much as just settling into a rhythm and making it happen. So, I guess we'll find out who the winner will be. What I like about this is you settle into a bit of a squat and then just kind of use the power in your legs to help you kind of sit back so that it's almost like you're climbing the rope to keep yourself from falling backwards. Can I just say, the fact that they had to do all of these challenges back to back to back to back is, like, sick and twisted, and yet somehow completely brilliant, because it really totally tests your endurance in this kind of, like, crazy, crazy way, so respect. I mean, can you even imagine having to bend this long? Like, they're both at the end of their... I was going to say they're at the end of their rope. Oh God, that's a sick... No, they're not. They're not at the end of their rope. That's the problem. When I tell you, I didn't even know that they made ropes this long. I mean, seriously. Like, I know a pitch in rock climbing is like 200 feet. This is more than 200 feet of thick-ass rope. I mean, this is hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of pounds of rope. This is crazy. How do you even make a rope this long? How do you even make a rope this long? And for what purpose besides this? Like, did we have to special order these from some special circle of hell? Seriously. Physical 100 prop department. Where did you get these goddamn things? Whose is it? Whose is it? Oh, holy crap. Unbelievable. Wow. Hot dog, we have a wiener! Jin Young, the snowboarder slash CrossFitter, has defeated our cyclist Heyman. It was close. My God, I really do wonder how long that rope was, because that was bananas. But you know what? I thoroughly enjoyed this show. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it with me. I can't wait for a season 2. And there's been some scuttlebutt online about, oh, should they have the same challenges next year? I don't think that they should. Because I think a part of what makes a show like this magical is that people show up not really knowing what to expect. So I think that they should change it up for sure. Because we don't want people just practicing these things. We're trying to judge overall fitness. And I think they did a great job. I mean, this guy, he's good at so many things. Strong guy. So, good job, Wu Jinyoung, our snowboarder, CrossFitter, Physical 100 champion. And I guess that's it for me for Physical 100 Season 1. Hopefully there'll be a Season 2, and hopefully you guys will come back and see me and talk to me. But leave your thoughts in the comments if you have any thoughts about how these last 4 games of the Final Quest went, and I'll see you next time.